Cherry. The persona name Isim, is it yourself or is it the customer who pays you money?
So customer who pay my money.
Okay, so
I just ran. The name is just random.
Okay. And then 3 reasons for me to engage with your business. I don't understand then the reason looking for a successful marketing management. What does that mean? Maybe then, Ethan, if you agree, let's jump to the next. We will come back first. Maybe we'll figure out how we can do it with the others. Okay, I will come back to your slide. Okay, that's from Chen. So you're also Tesla. You bring new energy vehicle, environmental friendly, health, novelty, young people's preference. Yes, okay. You would be music in the gym, because when you hear that kind of music, you will have the motivation of doing exercise and eating healthy. It's okay. You would be apple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Okay. You would be Wolverine, strong, healthy, and fearless, live long until all your enemies are dead. All right. Cool. So your persona name is Müller. Can you describe Müller a bit more from your side?
I assume Herr Müller is one of my target customer, and Müller is one of the busiest young white collar working in the Frankfurt city. And
where does he work? Like which industry, for example? Be very concrete.
IT.
Okay, he works in IT. All right.
And he's friendly, positive, and like doing exercise people. And his social environment is, first, he's single and don't have girlfriend, and he's living alone. All around his social environment or the same busy colleagues, and they don't have much time for the self.
Because you a lot, or why?
Because first he works alone, and second he's usually working overtime.
Okay, so here you can, if you like this overtime, you could also think about which industries people are working very long, like management consulting, finance, banking, you know, like all those industries, they work a long time. And so maybe you can be very specific here, also in the industry. I don't know if IT, if those people really work so much, like really long, not sure, maybe. Okay, and what are the reasons to buy you and the reasons why he does not buy you?
The reason he would choose our products is, first, Herr Müller want a simpler and healthy and more cheaper dinner, since he didn't have any time to prepare his own dinner every day. And he might cannot decide, struggling with what to eat, cook for the dinner. So in a word, he don't want to spend too much his own time for dinner stuff.
Yeah, like do you know the story about Mark Zuckerberg, who only has, I think, black t-shirts in his wardrobe, so he does not need to decide in the morning which t-shirt he will wear. So it's the same here. Like, don't waste any time and no brain power to decide what to eat. You just give it to me. Yeah. All right. And what are the reasons why he would not purchase your service?
The first reason might be the delivery time and service might be different in different constant. For example, when he changed the address of the order, that might also change the delivery time. And some uncontrollable reason, for example, weather, that might also influence the delivery time and service.
Yes, okay.
And the next reason might be sometimes Herr Müller just want a fast, delicious dinner like KFC or McDonald's, and when he get tired, he don't want to care that much about the healthy and nutrition.
Yeah, I understand. Is that something you can also you could address actively in your product or in your marketing? That you actually say, hey, we have healthy dinner, but those healthy dinner, they will actually taste very good and they will get you in a good, even though you just want to have, you feel like having fast food, but just take us, it's healthy and it's fast and it's also satisfying your, I don't know, your mood or something.
Yes, might be, but most of time the healthy food are not so delicious, and some junk food are more suitable when the people have very long, exhausting day.
Yeah, true. But maybe you could address this habit, because at the end it's a habit, right? It's what McDonald's does very well. They add a lot of sugar and all those ingredients into their foods so that people get addicted, or that they taste this very delicious ingredients, and their brain basically remembering this taste, right? So it's a habit. So what can you do to stop this habit for Herr Müller? So for example, you can say, hey, if you, I don't know, if you stop going to McDonald's, or if you just wanted to go to McDonald's and you order something in our place, we will send you a coupon for €1 for the next time or something. So maybe I know what you mean, that healthy food is not always as nice as McDonald's food. But if you know that this is a problem for Herr Müller, then you can actively address that in your marketing or in your product. But it's just an idea. I'm just brainstorming. Just continue. What's the reason number 3?
The last reason might be Herr Müller cannot pay for ordering dinner in the long term. For example, he might take the use for 2 weeks or 1 month, but if he insists on those very healthy food dinner, for over a year, that might be another outcome for him. He needs to do some financial budget about that.
So here you can clearly address that in your being more concrete in your persona. So for example, Herr Müller, he's busy working young white collar in Frankfurt City. He works for a big management consulting firm, and he earns more than €80,000 per year. And usually he spends €150 per week on eating dinner in restaurants, for example. So, you can really target this person and then say, okay, stop going to restaurants for €150. Come to Fit Delivery, and you can spend the €150 in our case, but you will get healthy food, for example. You know, so it's good that you mentioned that in the reasons, but with those reasons, you can learn that maybe your target group has to earn a certain amount of money, for example, every year, or look at other patterns, like he's usually going to restaurants 4 times per week. And you know, a restaurant in Frankfurt for dinner with something to drink will cost you at least 20 euros per dinner.
Okay, that means I have to describe my target customer more detail.
Yes, correct. This table here, it's just the beginning, let's say. So the more concrete you get, the better.
Okay.
But it's a very good work. Nice. Okay, Thierry, can you hear us? Okay, nice. Hi. Okay, so you're a Cherry, cost-effective, low price, but good quality car. Because all pet adopters are not from pet shops, they are youngsters who want to earn money in their spare time. Okay, you would be in an easy league. I learn a lot of new brands here. You would be Xiaomi. I don't know those, but very interesting. Okay. Yeah, cool. All right. So, can you describe your Mr. Potter? That's a good point. Okay. And what about the interests and personalities and skills and so on? Empathy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cool. I recommend you to check each for each type of customers. So table for owners, for adopters. So care I want to also be more concrete. Even who am I? So which animals do you have? Which pets? Is it dog, cats, whatsoever? So be really concrete. What kind of pets they have, and how much money they earn, so that they are able to pay pet adopters and so on. Right. So a bit more concrete. But other than that, already really good. Okay. So Ray, your car would be a Byte, low price but good quality. You would be funk music. Also the Xiaomi, okay. All right, cool. So can you introduce us to a student?
This is a student who majored the science, engineering, or the medical science in the distance education because maybe he or she is an employee in the company, so they have to choose the distance education, and they also hope can have the practical lessons in their spare time in the convenient method and cheaper method. The three reasons for me to engage with them, the first is they need the convenient method to do the science experience, but they maybe have no money or no time to go to the laboratory. And also they maybe could be a KOL in their university or their area, such as maybe he is a YouTuber, so they can share their experience and their feeling of the VR education in their social media. And they also, I hope they can have many amazing ideas so that they can give me amazing feedback and I can improve my product and the service. But I think because the computer, the employees in the computer company, they are maybe too poor to buy the service, and they are maybe too busy to use the service and the products. And what's more, I think many of them just need the service and the product for a short time, maybe just one semester. After all, maybe they don't need the VR education anymore, and their interest is share the study tips and like to discuss discussing with the other person in their social media. Why I think they should like this because I think the social media is a good method to promote your product and the service, to promote your brand, and it is a strong method. It's a powerful method, and many Chinese students like to use the social media. They also believe deeply believe the things through the social media instead of they search in the network on the search in the book, and also like the friends, for example, like to the learning partner and all their colleague, or make some friends to discuss their study tips or their idea of their area. And the personality is smart, outgoing, fast learner, and studious. And their skill is, I think the person have to interested in their job, and they hope make the further improve, and their dream maybe can become experts in their area. And their social environment, I hope they all the bachelor, because many bachelor student, the bachelor means a single man or a single woman. They like to make the friends for the no matter what purpose. Social media. So I think maybe the platform can be the make friends platform, also be the make friends platform, and they maybe have many the colleague in their area, so they can be the person can promote my brand or my products. And why I like the funk music, BYD card and the Xiaomi, because the funk music, I think everybody here maybe know the song of the Bruno Mars, the funk downtown, uptown, funk uptown. Yeah, I think it is a good mixture of the classical and the modern elements. So I think my product should be contain some classical feature and the modern feature in the app. The classical feature maybe something like the MSM. We have to have the check the chat feature, so they can make friends and chat with others in our platform, so that they have to log in our app every day, because they have to keep in touch with others, and maybe have to have the feed or the moment, so that they can share their ideas, and they can discuss in their feed. And Xiaomi, because there is a ecosystem in to the Xiaomi. Xiaomi have their ecosystem. Ecosystem is a large network of many companies, but these companies, they have no connection. They just use it. So different companies, they make different products, and they also use the Xiaomi brand and use their they sell their product and service through Xiaomi platform. So they can have more customer just through their own effort. So the companies in this ecosystem, they can have more chance to share the result of the success of the Xiaomi success. I think it is very Chinese idea. Share everything, share the success. And Iron Man, I don't know, because I think he is never died. He is alive till the end of the movie.
All right.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. So my question here for you, Ray, is how do you overcome the reasons not to buy your service? Because there's too poor to buy a service, too busy to use a VR education, and just need the service for a short time. I think that are very important points. So how your task is basically now, because now you have it in mind that your potential customer is having those thoughts in mind, right? So the important question here now is how to overcome those problems, let's say. So how can you, like, too poor to buy your service, so maybe go to universities that they pay you and the students have free access. Too busy to use a VR education platform. So how can you make sure that they have time to use your platform, or that they prioritize your platform? It's an important question, and just need the service and products for a short time. So how can you make sure that they not only stay for one semester, but that they actually stay for several years, right? So these are important questions you need to keep in mind for your further validation and your business plan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Cool.
we have to cooperate with the teachers or the university to release some courses. The courses have to, they are major course, and the course have to use our platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my idea. No more.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. All right, Ethan. Have you got a better understanding from the others? So.
Yes, I just got a misunderstanding on the task.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, then just prepare it until next time. I think it will help you to understand understand it better. And this answers also your question about who to ask next, right? So if you find out your core customer better, you know also who to ask. Okay. So Tiao, she sent me the homework via email, I think. Let me just quickly check. All right. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Okay, you should see my screen again now.
Yes.
Tiao, can you describe it? Does your microphone work? Okay, doesn't seem like. Okay, so your car would be a recreational vehicle. You would be an online concert, not restricted by location. You would be a Huawei, will be adventures in. 4C danger, fly over the wall. Okay. Interesting. So who am I? I'm Zoe. I'm a manager who is committed to studying the sharing economy. Okay, so yeah, I know about sharing economy. I like that concept, and I'm building my own company at the moment. And 3 reasons why I should engage with your startup is because I'm ambitious, pursuing an ideal. I don't understand that point, that reason why. So what is the connection to your business? The second, process management and leadership skills, like to communicate and listen to opinions. What you probably mean here is to share experience with others, right? In this co-working space, open space concept, so that you don't work alone, but you always work with others, probably, right? My interest, works, and activities. Okay, let's see how I can't really relate. Can you can't talk, right? You can't describe it yourself. Can you write something in the chat? Okay, now you don't have any microphone, I think. So I don't quite understand your points. Maybe you can formulate them. What do you mean, Ray, with your message?
Her computer is a dumb computer.
Okay. Yeah, probably seems like. Okay, so as far as I remember, Theo, your concept was about sharing a desk in an office space to save costs and so on. So here, the reasons why I should buy your service is I want to connect to other people. I want to broaden my network. I want to learn from others and share my own learnings with others. And I want to save costs because I can't pay a big office just for myself. These would be like reasons I would come up. But yeah, it's a bit hard now to discuss with you without a working microphone. So I hope that it gave you a better understanding. Otherwise, just send me an email and we can discuss it over email. Okay, good. So now are you ready for? Sorry. Now prepare your popcorn because I brought a really nice video about growth hacking. As I mentioned already before, we will now talk about growth hacking and what does growth hacking actually means and where digital marketing will go, in which direction it will lead. So here I brought two videos from GrowthTribe. GrowthTribe is the leading growth hacking digital marketing education platform in Europe. I have been there for a workshop. It's been really amazing. And I think in the videos, you need to be very focused and awake because though the videos are very fast and they talk a lot, they bring a lot of value. So that's why I think both are like 15 minutes, 10 minutes long, something like that. So we will have a look at those videos and then we will do a small break. And after that, I have prepared some slides with some more in-depth insights. Okay, so I hope it will work. I will share my screen and my tone, my music. Do you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will click on play and if you can't
If you're
hear
watching
anything,
this,
let me
you're
know.
among the 3% of people that understand that the future of work is going to look very different from what it is now. So keep watching. Let's see where we're heading. It's also exciting, right? Siri will recognize your voice even if you're 5 meters away from your phone. That new chatbot feels totally real. Self-driving cars are no longer fiction. You can analyze your DNA. You tried flying that drone for the first time, and you're thinking of buying a smart speaker to make your life so much easier. A few years from now, and that's something like 3 years, not 30, artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning, mass 3D printing, biotechnology, chatbots, virtual reality, deep learning, drones, augmented reality, smart objects will all be deeply enrooted in our everyday lives. Just like computers, phones, or electricity are for us today. Oh well, is this really gonna happen? And if it does, you'll adapt when the time comes, right? Life is good. You love your job. You've been working for this established company for a few years. You're comfortable in your position. You know what you're good at. People like you, and that last presentation you gave got you some amazing reactions. You're safe with your company. In the meantime, you see an article or two speculating on the future of jobs. McKinsey published a report stating that 45% of all current tasks could be automated with present technology. The World Economic Forum estimates that 33% of jobs in 2020 don't even exist yet. But what do they know, right? You've got time. Oh look, the supermarket just introduced self-cashier machine. You're at the airport checking in luggage. What the heck happened to all the real people at the check-in desk? Gone. Replaced by machines. But it's only the low-skilled jobs, right? Nope, think again. In 2012, there were 150,000 humans working on Wall Street. 3 years later, automation has cut that number down to 100,000. That's 1/3 gone. But it's only the mathematical and scientific jobs, right? Nope, think again. This Japanese insurance company, Fukuoka Mutual Life Insurance, is already replacing all its human insurance claim workers with an AI system that will handle customers more efficiently. See these articles? They're written by algorithms, and we can't tell the difference with human written content. And thinking of converting yourself to being an online poker player? Too late. There's an AI that can already beat humans at it. Most journalists, tax consultants, marketeers, technicians, knowledge workers, lawyers, even the person editing this video right now will to some extent have been impacted or automated by technology in a couple of years. And what have you been doing? Probably watching Netflix. And the problem is, the machines don't wait. And the machines, they don't watch Netflix. So what are the forces at play here? Basically, there's 10 million developers out there using increasingly simple and cheap technology to build new products and services. Some as young as 12 are already coding the future. Even that safe company you work for is increasingly under outside threat. And it's not just the Google, Amazon, Facebooks, and Apples of the world that I'm talking about. There are now tens of thousands of startups out there eating away at all sorts of jobs. Now, are they creating many jobs in the process? Let's look at some stats. Travel a bunch of years back to when Kodak ruled the world of photography. They were worth 38 billion and employed 140,000 people. That's approximately $270,000 per employee.
Our people work with pride to make Kodak a creative and innovative company.
Fast forward to recent times, YouTube sold for 1.65 billion with a mere 65 employees. That's $25 million per employee. Instagram, which had 13 employees and was sold for $1 billion. That's $77 million per employee. WhatsApp sold for 19 billion with 55 employees. That's a staggering 345 million per employee. So how is this all possible? Technology has allowed the emergence of what we call exponential organizations. These are exponentially fast-growing companies that leverage technology and require less employees but more tech-savvy ones.
You will find that we are technology optimists. We believe that technology is a major driver of change in the world.
And as software continues to eat up the world, more companies are trying to replicate these exponential companies, hire less people but grow exponentially through technology. As this happens, job roles are slowly disappearing and being replaced by skill sets. Employers require you to know an ever-growing number of new and ever-changing fundamental skills in order to use the technologies they've implemented. Master the fundamentals and you can master the rest. A digital skills gap is growing for both mid-skill and high-skill level jobs. Before you know it, you've become irrelevant. But wait, what's this doomsday message? There's actually a way to leverage technology before it leverages you. And in fact, it's never been easier to do so. This might sound kind of corny, but it starts with the right state of mind. It starts with having a growth mindset, where you have the desire and the confidence that you can learn anything. Shift your thinking on how these technologies will rattle and mutate, but enrich your work life. Because yes, if you play your cards right, technology will make your work life and your life in general much, much better. The fact is that technology will actually remove boring, repetitive jobs from your way, but only if you understand the fundamentals. And you have no excuse not to do so. How can you stay relevant if you can't talk the lingo? How can you stay relevant if you can't execute? Can you talk tech? Can you talk APIs? Can you talk code? Can you talk data? While slow educational institutions are struggling to keep up, that's not an excuse. Train yourself, take your education in your own hands. Learn to code, learn about behavioral psychology, automation tools, playing with data, user experiences, be curious. And if you're an employer, train your people. Online and offline courses have never been more readily available or rich in content. It's time to build something. Your greatest credential in this new era is your output of stuff. Proof of your awesomeness. A website, a blog, a prototype, a simple data model. It's time to build cool stuff and showcase it. It's time to start learning. It's time to get shit done. It's time for your growth.
All right, that was a very waking up video, I think. And that was
yes. Full of ambitions.
Yeah, very ambitious, that's true. The guy who talked was the founder of CrowdStrike. He founded also another company before, and they are now over 100 people already. And I think they're doing really a good job. And what they were starting to talk about, and which we will now dive deeper into in the next video, is this digital skill gap, right? So there's more and more technology, more and more digital channels, and it's very important to also at least have the basic skills in all of those segments and areas to basically stay also relevant on the job market, but also to master the growth of your company, of your startup. And that is basically growth hacking, to combine technology, your product, and a very data-driven approach of experimentation and like learning every day something new. So it's also a bit about the mindset they were starting to talk about. But we'll stop talking now. We'll look into the second video. Or do you have some questions about this video?
No, I just don't quite agree with his mind.
Sorry?
I just don't agree with what he says sometimes.
So where you don't agree?
He says the AI will kill all the jobs.
Is that what he said? Is that what he said?
He says the new technology kill more jobs than before, and he didn't mind actually these high techs create more jobs after that.
I think it was mostly about what kind of jobs they are killing,
yes,
right?
They killed all kind of jobs, but created a new type of jobs at the same time. Of course, the people who still have hold the skills for the set type of jobs lost their job, but the people have.
Yeah, but I think that's what he was referring to say technology is like reshaping and changing the work environment. That on the one hand it steals and takes away jobs, but on the other hand it may add new jobs. But these new jobs, they are like you need to have way different skills than in the old jobs, right?
Yeah, and I do think some of his part is a kind of misleading, because he says, just a few people control the whole modern powerful company, but you know that the company is supported by thousands of people behind that.
Yeah, it's good. I like your points. I think you don't have to believe everything which happened in the video, but
you should keep your keep your mind thinking, not just simply accept the other's mind.
Yeah, sure, exactly. That's important. Okay, let's see how you agree with the second video, Ethan. I'm very curious. Let's see.
If you're watching this, you're among the 3% of people.
Yes. Okay. So this video is really focused more on the digital skills. So going more into deep what he just said, but a bit more specific.
Digital is reshaping the workforce of tomorrow and changing the nature of jobs that need to be done. We all must anticipate and prepare for this future of work in order to stay relevant and valuable. And that starts by acquiring the right skills. But which are going to be the most in-demand, most valuable digital skills of the future? What should you invest your time in learning? Let's find out. Here's 7 of the top digital skills for the future workforce, plus our team's favorite resources and favorite courses to help you learn them. Hey guys, my name's Luke and I work as the head of digital here at Growth Tribe. Just a heads up that you can download all of the resources, books and courses that we mention in this video by following the link in the description below. Top digital skill of the future, number 1, artificial intelligence. We live in an increasingly artificially intelligent world, so leverage it before it leverages you. Now that's not meant to sound all doom and gloom, but in a world full of AI, it's really important that we understand the tech. According to this report from LinkedIn, AI skills are amongst the fastest growing skills on the platform, with 190% increase in AI skills on LinkedIn from 2015 to 2017. The good news? You don't need to deep dive into Python or become a hardcore coder to empower yourself to leverage AI. So where should you go for your fix of AI knowledge? So I asked Growth Tribe's resident data chief, Bernardo, for his tips, and this is what he recommends. On the book front, for an in-depth into AI, check out Artificial Intelligence, A Modern Approach. Want to know what AI means for your business? Read Prediction Machines, The Simple Economics of Artificial Intelligence, and get started with machine learning with the 100-page page machine learning book. Looking to take a course? For a non-technical intro, you could try Coursera's AI for Everyone. And of course, we at Growth Tribe also run a 2-day AI for marketing and a 2-day AI for business crash course, and you don't need to code. How about blogs and people to follow? Well, we highly recommend Data IQ. I'd also recommend following Bernardo himself on Twitter. There's also Kirk Borner's recommended by Bernardo, Jan Teichmann, who's currently the head of data science at Zoopla, Andrei Burkov, who actually was the author of meticulous research into user personas, user goals, highways, and put up the machine learning book, and Google's chief decision scientist, Cassie Kuzikov. Top digital skill, number 2, UX design. UX designers lay the highways and put up the signposts of our digital world. Great UX design requires meticulous research into user personas, user goals, and customer journey mapping. This ensures products meet customer needs in the most satisfying and enjoyable way. If a product has great UX design, you probably won't even notice it, but you sure will if a product or program feels cumbersome or confusing. And therefore, businesses are increasingly recognizing the importance of great UX design, not just to the user experience itself, but actually to its ability to improve brand equity and ultimately profitability. Therefore, there's a growing demand and organizations are paying well. So where should you go for learning and development? Well, for books, there's the classic Don't Make Me Think by Steve Krug about human-computer interaction.
So for you, do you all know what UX design is?
The further of the UI design.
Yeah, so UX stands for user experience design. So basically, how does your app looks like, or your platform looks like? How does the user is guided through the checkout process, for example, and so on. So it's about how does your design look like, and how especially the functionality looks like, the process and the flow. Okay, let's see what they. I mean, you can watch the video afterwards if you want to find out more about the resources. I'm actually doing a machine learning course now at Coursera. It's for free. So if you want to find out more about machine learning, I think that's very interesting. So we will start here again.
And UX for lean startups. Top digital skill, number 3, digital marketing. According to this report from McKinsey, nearly 60% of marketing hires will be digital, and demand for digital marketing talent sits at 59%, while active supply sits at 19%. The most in-demand marketing skills of the future are, of course, digital, and mastering them can lead to an abundance of career opportunities. Why? These marketing skills capitalize on new digital technologies to help sell products and build brands. All businesses crave this expertise. However, digital marketing as domain is very broad, and there's a ton of specializations. Think PPC, social media, search engine optimization, data analysis, conversion rate optimization, marketing automation. I could go on. I'm happy to make another video that looks at the specifics of digital marketing skills. If you'd like to see that, leave a comment below. Just a quick tip, if you want to be in the top 1% of digital marketing talent, it's important to become T-shaped. The T-shaped marketer is the ultimate all-rounder. They possess a broad width of knowledge that's complemented by a deep level of understanding in several expert areas. You can find out all about what it takes to become a T-shaped marketer by taking our T-shaped marketing quiz over at the Growth Tribe blog. So then, looking to get started or level up, here's my recommendation for some books. It's a classic, and I think anyone in marketing or sales should read it. Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion. I'd also recommend you check out Contagious: Why Things Catch On by Jonah Berger. I'd also recommend Russell Brunson's
So that was a very important point you mentioned with the T-shaped, because this is also the core of growth hacking, that you're not focused any longer on like one very specific part, but you have the understanding of all the other digital marketing channels or digital marketing skills, and that you can basically have a team of several T-shaped marketeers. If we go back, why? I mean, I guess you know. You can figure that on your own, but why T-shaped? Because it looks like a T, right? Here. Yeah, the T-shaped is looks like a T, and you see here you have a broad knowledge about UX, about AR, VR, about copywriting, branding. but then you have a very in-depth knowledge about content marketing and lifecycle marketing, for example. And if you have a marketing team out of several T-shaped marketeers, I think this is the future of digital marketing, and this is also the core of growth hacking. But we'll come to that later. So let's jump to
then looking to get started or level up. Here's my well, on the free side of things, I definitely recommend checking out the Digital Garage by Google. Favorites would be Brian Dean, who has a check out the Content Marketing Institute and Social Media Examiner. Quick bonus on digital marketing. Digital marketing is actually transitioning into a new age, one where marketers are taking ownership of more than just acquiring new customers. This is known as growth marketing or growth hacking. And digital marketers can actually transition into this to take a more data-driven approach to their trade. It looks at the whole funnel, not just customer acquisition, but retention and beyond. It's about building a growth engine, and this is really valuable for businesses. Some of the books we recommend, well, there's Lean Analytics by Alistair Kroll and Benjamin Yoskowitz. I'd also check out Traction and Hooked. Some courses to take. We might be a bit biased, but this is actually one of our areas of expertise. I'd recommend checking out growthhackers.com, founded by the father. Top digital skill, number 4, analytical reasoning. In a world full of data, businesses require people that can make sense of it and turn it into actionable and smart decisions. Analytical reasoning is the ability to inspect information and from it discern patterns and trends that lead to actionable decisions. And demand for this is about to blow up. Why? Well, data science is actually suffering from a last mile problem. Businesses are really struggling with this. There's a gap between a business's tech expertise and their operational expertise. There's such a need for this that we recently launched a new data traineeship to help fill the gap. Here we're going to help organizations to develop what we call analytics translators. Analytics translators bridge the gap between an organization's technical expertise and their operational expertise. They help to convey business goals to data professionals while ensuring data solutions provide insights that the businesses can use to inform decision making. So where to go and learn? Well, I turn to Bernardo again for his recommendations. On the book front, he recommends Practical Statistics for Data Scientists from Andrew and Peter Bruce. Some courses to take. If you're looking for something you can do in your own time, the Microsoft Academy actually recommends the Field Guide to Data Science by Booz Allen. We'd also recommend you go and check out KD Nuggets. Top digital skill, number 5, design thinking. According to CIO, design thinking is becoming a key pillar in digital transformations. In fact, Microsoft calls it a key skill of the future. All the world's leading brands are rapidly adopting the design thinking approach. What is it, and why is it a top digital skill? Well, in a digital world, it's sometimes really easy to overlook the one thing that really matters. Us. The humans. We're the endpoint of any product or service, digital or not. Design thinking is an iterative process in which we try to understand the user, which leads to better products, services, and internal processes. So how about some books to read? With a focus on human behavior and the systems that drive the way we think, we highly recommend Thinking Fast and Slow. There's also Creative Confidence from the founders of IDEO. This is on unleashing creativity that lies within each and every by IDEO themselves. Digital skill, number 6, cloud computing. Our world is moving into the clouds. And as it does, businesses are looking more and more for the people that have the skills to take them there. In basic terms, cloud computing is about storing and accessing data over the internet rather than on your local hard drive or computer. This means businesses, especially large enterprises, will really need the expertise, especially in cloud security. This report from OpsRamp found 94% of IT organizations are actually struggling to find the right talent to build dynamic, flexible and cost-effective cloud services. In fact, the report is named from a cloud-native skills gap to a full-blown crisis. This means that if you can master cloud computing skills, you're going to be in real high demand. So how about some books to read? Well, the data team here at Growth Tribe recommends the Data Engineering Cookbook by Andreas Kretz. What about courses? Well, as it's so widely used, we recommend the AWS Cloud Practitioner. Digital project management. The world is digitizing rapidly, so this means more of the work that we do and more of the projects that we run are digital. Businesses need project managers specialized in delivering digital projects. So this means to become one, you're going to need a firm grasp of digital technologies. Software engineering teams, digital marketing teams, e-commerce businesses, all demand digital project managers. They make sure shit gets done in a digital world. So where to go to learn? We asked our digital project management and operations team here at Growth Tribe for their recommendations. How about some books? Emma recommends Principles, Life and Work by Ray Dalio. Here he shares his unconventional principles, marketing, All good digital project managers should think of the end user, so it's definitely worth checking this out. You could also check out Product Leadership, How Top Project Management, a step-by-step guide to successful launch by Taylor Olson. What about courses? Anadir recommends Introduction to Project Management by UC. It's our responsibility to anticipate and to prepare for this future of work. By doing so, you'll ensure you stay relevant and ensure you stay valuable. We all need a grasp of the complexity of digital, so start to gain an understanding of some of the skills we've mentioned in this video in order to future-proof your own career. And remember, you can grab the list of all the resources we mentioned in this video in the...
All right. So, Ethan, do you agree with some of the statements?
Yeah.
I agree with his statement, and because the 5G is released,
digital is reshaping the workforce.
Sorry. Yes, no.
And I saw some report is maybe in the future the cloud maybe have the cloud mobile because the 5G is the faster network, and so that you can use the many system in the cloud. It means you didn't download it or install in your phone, in your computer. You just use it in the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that you can save the storage of your device. So I think it is maybe a good thing. It is more convenient, it's more faster, just like the mini program in the WeChat. It is very convenient because there's many systems in the devices. For example, the iOS, the Android, Windows, or the Mac OS. It is different. It is hard to make a same app to different system, so that the cloud app or the cloud mobile, the cloud device is very convenient for everyone.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah, Ethan, go ahead.
I also agree that the things he mentioned is already happening now.
Yeah.
And we can see the trends of the future. And yes, as Ray already said, his experience in China already proved that some of his thinking or method is exactly what we use now.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so this was just an introduction how digital marketing also is evolving, and after the break we will do now 15 minutes break until 2:45. After the break we will find out what growth hacking really is, and after that we will do a short workshop, and then we are done for today. So let's do 15 minutes break, and we will see us back in at 2:45. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
See you later.